Hi, listeners. This is Katie. Just Katie. Just Katie right now. Bridget's in this episode. Don't panic. We have an important announcement that we will be including in all of our episodes for the month of February. And it's a bittersweet announcement. After 5 years, 270 plus episodes and interviews and guest stars and just so many freaking movies, Bridget and I have decided that this month will be our final month of this podcast. We're announcing it now, so there will be episodes released every week in February. And then our last week in February, we will be having just a little finale episode, which won't be a movie review, but it will just be a little cathartic closing it out. And I anticipate us drinking during that. So we just wanted to make that known. Most of these episodes, we will be referencing it, but we want to thank you guys for all your support. There's been so much support, so much love for this. We have had such a good time, but we've gotten older. Life is different. So it is time, as they say in the Lion King episode, whatever, we did that. All right. So all of our episodes are going to remain up after we stop releasing new ones. So please continue to listen. If it brings you joy, please continue to share, to like, review, to watch the movies we recommend or don't recommend. Yeah, and be on the lookout for our last episode. Love you guys. Enjoy. I am in the cold, sad, dismal Chicago winter. And there's only so much you can do with your 4-year-old, now 4-year-old. Oh my God,
and,
it's so big.
One day I was like, okay, James, I did a bunch of stuff and I was like, I'm going to go take a bath. And I put like bubbles in my bath. And she came immediately in.
Yes.
And she was like, what is that?
What's a bubble?
I've never done bubble baths with her.
Really?
She was like, whoa.
Mind blown.
She was like, wait.
4-year-old mind is blown.
I thought the bubbles were only in your hair. Why are they in the bath? And so then today we went and bought bubbles. And did you remember the Mr. Bubbles?
Mr. Bubbles, the pink. I do.
They still have that.
That's amazing. I love that.
And so we got, there was like a bluey version of it. So we got a bluey version of it.
Did it make blue bubbles? No, bubbles are clear.
And we've just been taking baths all weekend. We've just been taking bubble baths. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so, how would she know about a bubble bath? Like, isn't that, I feel like,
yeah.
How fun is that to like pass down a bubble bath?
Yeah.
And we call it the spa. She's like, we got to go to the spa.
Well, I was going to say, it's good. That's good to prep her early because, eventually we all get to that age where you get your first like massage or facial. And then it's like, life has changed forever.
Yeah, like, why don't I do this all the time?
Why don't I do
and
this
then you pay the bill.
every
and you're like,
fucking
oh,
day.
that's why.
And then
that's
I'm poor.
Why I don't do that.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. I love that journey for you guys.
Totally.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hey, pig breath.
Your mom is something.
Suck a fat one.
Okay, Stranger Things reference. Whoa, it took me out.
Sincerely.
I love Vern. Are you surprised I love Vern? I love him.
I have a fun fact about him in this movie.
I want to hear all the fun facts because I was thinking so much about all the things. But Bridge, before we get into that, I'm going to introduce ourselves so you know who is standing by me. Or you, or whatever.
Or us. We're all metaphorically us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one. Yes. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
All right, I know there's a lot of funny quotes, but I wrote a sad quote. Kids lose everything unless they have someone there to look out for them. And then I wrote cry emoji, cry emoji, cry emoji, cry emoji in my notes. Because that's what this movie does to me. Bridge, what's the movie this week?
The movie from 1986 via a Stephen King book, The Body, directed by Rob Reiner. Stand By Me.
Was it a book? I thought it was a short story Stephen King wrote.
Probably.
Okay.
You're right about that.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't go far enough to know
well,
if it was short or long.
Bitches love Stephen King and I'm bitches, so.
This still hits.
Yeah.
I mean, what a...
To the point, listeners, just want to point out, Bridget, in our last episode, was like, Katie, we've already done this one. And I was like, no.
We've still done it.
I know, it's like, what is that? What's that called? Like the mandala effect?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's what this is with this. And I think it's because this movie is like dripping with nostalgia. So yeah, it does feel like a movie we would have done already.
So much.
No. We have not, till now.
Am I doing the synopsis?
I think so.
Okay, let me get my thing.
Okay. The one
I
sentence.
didn't buy it.
What do you mean?
Like, normally I have to buy all this shit all the time. I didn't buy this one.
Oh, was it on Prime? Amazon Prime? For free?
It was on Netflix.
Oh, I don't have Netflix.
A life-changing adventure for four boys in this nostalgic coming-of-age drama directed by Rob Reiner, starring Wil Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and I will add, Jerry O'Connell.
Iconic. Wow. Oh my God.
There is.
Oh my God.
So we're talking about. Let's talk about Stand By Me.
Let's talk about it.
So we're talking about, this is set in, fun fact, Oregon. By the way, I'm pretty sure, because they were making some references, and I was like, maybe we can go there.
They said they live in Castle Rock, which is in like the Stephen King multiverse. He always references the made-up town of Castle Rock. So I assume Maine, but maybe it was.
This was a novella. Is a novella a short story?
Who cares?
Okay,
I don't know the answer to the question.
So it's based in the kind of 1959.
Mm-hmm.
Four boys that are definitely, like, let's just say 12. Let's just average them all.
I think they are 12.
Oh, are they actually 12?
Yeah, because at the end of the movie, it's like the friends you had when you were 12.
That's right. Okay, so they, to me, are small town. Everyone kind of knows everyone's stuff, and they all kind of come from pretty blah families.
Mm-hmm.
It centers around the four amazing frickin' boys, which their acting was great.
Yeah, really good.
And basically they find out that there is, well, they have known about that there was a missing kid for a while, that it was around their age, and no one could find the missing kid. And then apparently one of the older brothers of these four boys found where the body was, but they were like stealing a car, so they didn't want to tell anybody. So they were like, let's go find it ourselves. We'll lie to our parents that we're sleeping at other people's houses.
Classic.
And then there's a hole where they like follow train tracks, and they go to the woods, and they sleep in the woods, and then they find it.
Yeah.
And that is like the story, I would say. But the heart. It's their roles.
The emotions.
It's now and then. It's Sex in the City. It's everybody has a different. They all love each other, but they're also like wildly aware of their flaws. They're also just 12-year-old boys. They're the most emotional boys I've ever seen. In fact, it's pretty sad because I don't think boys can act like this now.
I think when you're that age, though, it's not been.
Can you like?
It's not been toxic masculinity shamed out of you yet.
But you don't think like 12-year-old boys would be like, oh, you'll put it on the internet, so I like can't cry.
I don't know, maybe 12-year-olds, but like boys in elementary school cry. Like,
We'll cry. Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Because holy schmoly. So a quick tidbit about each. We'll start least important to most.
Oh, damn.
Vern is Jerry O'Connell. Jerry O'Connell is the quote-unquote fat kid.
Okay.
Who I'm like, you're not that fat. And he's kind of like a doofus.
I love him.
But he's a scaredy cat, but he also is very, like, sweet. And he tends to get bullied.
Yeah.
Following him is Corey Feldman, who plays, what's his name again?
Teddy. Jesus.
Teddy, who has a quote-unquote loony father, and who was, like, basically a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
And, no, not Vietnam. That's not the right.
Oh.
Normandy. World War II.
World War II? Oh, shit.
And
yeah.
I'm like, math. And he himself is also nuts, but his, like, father, like, tried to kill him, but he loves him, and he hates when people call his father crazy, but he's crazy, and so he always tries to, like, put himself in these dangerous positions, and he's kind of a nut job.
He's the kind of guy that you're like, I better be friends with him, because if I'm not, I'm in trouble. So you're like,
let's better be friends with him?
Yeah. You're like, I want him on my side, or else he's going to kill me.
Oh, smart.
Because if he's not on my side, you know.
True.
I'm the enemy.
Then you have two that I would say are of equal importance, which is Wil Wheaton is the actor who plays Gordie.
Ugh.
Gordie, I would say, is quote unquote the main character, who Richard Dreyfuss plays his kind of.
Oh my god, that was Richard Dreyfuss?
Yeah, and it was such a great pick. Fun fact. Richard Dreyfuss.
Hold on.
And Rob. Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry.
He's older Gordie.
I'm having a Bridget moment because I'm thinking of his hair. And I know he was kind of bald, but there were sideburns. Is Richard Dreyfuss a redhead? Thoughts?
I think he has probably some of that.
What the fuck? I felt like that was like a redhead man. And that's why I was like, I've never seen this man before in my life.
I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody Google that and let us
know.
know.
Where did Richard Dreyfuss go? You know,
he's like a really big racist, so it's for the best, I think. Yeah,
no, Richard.
Yeah,
well, I do love his voice, and he basically narrated the film. So you're the first person with him about the friends, and I love that. I always love that. I think movies should bring it back more. The most modern one is like Euphoria. I don't know if you watched Euphoria.
I don't.
They do with that, and I like it. It's like you want to be in the know more.
Yeah.
You know? And so
that's a good way to adapt like books too.
Oh, it's great. And his whole plot is that his older brother died, and he's convinced his parents' wish, like, that obviously didn't happen, but like also liked the older brother more than him, and so he has this like weird, they're ignoring him, and it's just depressing, and he's depressed and
fucked up.
Damn, it's messed up. And then River Phoenix, who left this world too early.
Yeah.
This movie was about, I think was like 13, something, between 11 and 13, because they all were somewhat close to their age.
Yeah.
He was from quote unquote a bad family that always got in trouble, and the latest thing is he like is a thief because he stole milk money. Which, by the way, I'm like, wow, I didn't like milk money.
Like how much?
The whole town knew of the milk money.
I know. That's how you know it's a small town. You're like, get a life, people.
Oh my
Please.
god, I would not do well in a small town.
No.
And so they kind of always just assumed nothing would come of him, but he was really, really smart. He's like the most insane emotional intelligence, and he's the quote unquote like leader of the group. So if anyone's acting up, like he steps up, or he's like, come on, or he's like, get along, or he's like, let's go, you knuckleheads. Like, yeah, you could just tell he was like, I'm keeping the band together. And
yeah, for sure.
Him and Gordie were more besties, and he, wanted more for his life, but he knows how people looked at him, and I don't know, he was like the heart. He was like, talk about acting.
Oh my god, so good. Insane.
They were so good.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Wow.
And I know there's like Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Like, dude who's just a vampire and other grease lightning folks, but like, who cares, right?
I mean, yeah, they're not like a super big part of the story. What was River Phoenix's character's name?
Chris Chambers.
Chris. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just like emotional. This fucking movie, so emotional. Oh my god.
I tell you.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of these things that happen with these kids, and this happens a lot in movies that are either like of a nostalgic lens or portraying kids, is like those types of problems like are still problems that kids face.
Still.
This is, Bridge, I don't know if I've ever said it in this way, but y'all know I love Degrassi. And I do think some of the love I have for it is because they do like tackle problems that like kids face, even generationally. Yeah. It doesn't matter like time period. It's like,
yep.
There are some kids whose parents do not fucking like them.
Yep.
There are. I know some. It's terrible. There are kids who get labeled for what family they came from. And they get stereotyped and they get pushed in a box, and then they start to just emulate the stereotype because it's like, what's the fucking point? There are kids who love their parents who abuse them. And I don't have a comparison for Vern, but there's kids like Vern too, who bring a comb to the party. So
totally.
I don't know. It just did such a good job. And I think that's Stephen King. I got to give him the kudos, I think,
It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, and I do love not only that they're a little gaggle of boys, but that they have a treehouse. Okay? I want more treehouses.
This is very Sandlot.
It is very Sandlot. Yeah.
Treehouses, these are third spaces.
Where are they?
Talk about how there's no more third spaces.
Well, and that's the thing. Where do the kids hang out and smoke in secret? Because it's not in a treehouse.
It's not good.
Yeah.
They're online and it's not good. You got to leave a packet of cigarettes.
They're
for your
filming a
12-year-olds.
TikTok.
You got to take the phones away, cut the Wi-Fi, build a treehouse.
Give them a treehouse. That's right. That's the solution.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we just right away get very quick into the inciting incident, as you will, which is Vern gets in there and he goes, "Do you guys want to see a dead body?" And then they're like, "What?"
Vern coming and everyone's like, "Oh, Vern." I'm like,
Vern.
That was a pretty good one, Vern, though. Like, we got to give it to Vern. This was all Vern.
Vern had the mic drop where he's like, "Oh, you guys aren't taking me seriously? Listen to this shit." And they're like,
also, the best movies ever get right into action.
They do.
We're getting right into action.
Yep.
We're not waiting around. We don't need exposition. We don't need to know much.
Yeah.
We're going to find out once we start the action. Let's get the journey going.
And I will say there is a lot of funny parts too in this movie. Like, for example, the way that Vern found out that there's a dead body of they assume this missing kid is because he's under his house trying to find a jar of pennies he buried. And he didn't have the map. So he's just under his fucking home all day digging holes.
It looks like a little gopher
for pennies. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I was thinking about, because in the store, they bought for 4 kids, meals with $1.20.
Oh, it's crazy.
And he's like, I have a jar of pennies. So I was like, would that be you being like, I buried a couple $1,000s?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe it is a lot of money. So,
so you're going to really look for it.
Yeah. But it's his older brother who's I guess at high school age, who is talking to a friend and is like, "Yeah, I saw the dead kid. It was at this road." And then the other guy's like, "Shut up. We can't say anything." And then Vern's like, "I'm going to say something because I'm Vern." And yeah, I mean, no questions. They're all like, "Well, of course we're all going to go travel there today, right now, and get your knapsacks, kiddos. Let's do it." And I don't know, Bridge. I think if I grew up in that time period, I think I might have gone too. I'm not going to lie.
Me? I'm absolutely going.
You are? Are you?
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
I used to go hang out in the woods when we lived in the suburbs.
I do love the woods.
Bill Ford shit and
I know. I love a trek through the woods. I've never slept in the woods
Wait,
they
really?
did. They did? Where it was you're just out there?
Have you ever camped?
I don't think so.
Oh my
I don't think like real people camping, because I don't have anyone to do that with, or I haven't had a person
Should
to
we
do that
go
with.
Camping?
Okay. Now we're camping.
Okay.
You want to go see a dead body? No. I don't want to do that now that I'm older.
Okay.
But I'll go camping, yeah. But yeah, it's just, they're like, yeah, let's go do it. And then, this is where you get a little bit of the backstory where Gordie is like, so my older brother's dead. He was the only person that was ever nice to me and my family and cared about me.
God,
and now I'm alone forever and everybody hates me. And I was like, oh, okay.
So I gotta say, like, if I'm thinking of everyone's role in that family, it was pretty close. I think it was like 4 months, he said, the brother died.
It was, yes, I think so.
And I'm like,
that's not a long time.
Your kid unexpectedly dies, I kind of get why they're, like, out of their mind a little bit. The fact, though, that they're mean to the, like, living kid is just, like, so sad, but also you're like, damn. It's just, like, sad, Well,
and you do see, like, later on flashbacks where it's kind of like the dad has always been a dick to Gordie. Yep. Like, he's like, why can't you be like your brother and play football? And then his brother's like, hey, Gordie wrote a story. And the dad's like, I don't give a shit. Where's football? And it's like, oh, this is horrible. Oh, my God.
Horrible.
Oh, my God. Yeah, and Kiefer Sutherland is here, and he's not a vampire, but is he?
He's so scary.
Why? He's so fucking scary.
Okay, so, like, is he a scary guy in real life?
I don't know.
Or was he, like... So, okay, one of the fun facts about this show...
yes.
Or this movie...
Yeah.
Is that, I guess, like, all of the kind of boys got into some shenanigans. Like, apparently...
Good for them.
Lost his virginity in this...
Wait. Okay, hold on.
And then Corey Feldman, like, got high for the first time here. And then, inadvertently, Kiefer Sutherland brought back, like, pot cookies or brownies that he didn't realize were laced with pot. And then Jerry O'Connell ate them.
Vern! No!
And then if you Google this, I'm like, this sounds really bad. He tied up a babysitter when he was high and went to some, like, festival for hippies, and then he was found crying in a parking lot.
Vern?
He was so high. Vern.
Oh, no.
I was like, Vern's tying up a babysitter?
Damn.
This feels like, what? Vern?
What the fuck kind of brownies was it?
Just, I feel like maybe just has, like, kind of the dark magic energy to him. I don't know. He's like, oops, sorry.
Yeah.
There's something there. I don't know.
I'm just thinking, too, I know I mentioned in the last episode there is a documentary, the Demi Lovato one, that's about child actors. And Wil Wheaton, who plays Gordie, is in a lot of it. And he talks about, like, the fame from this movie. And then he talks about, like, it was like everyone praised me, like, said I was a great actor as a kid. And then, like, the moment I hit puberty, everyone's like, never mind. Like, we don't give a fuck about you. And then he was like, and that, like, sucked. And he was like, and also my friend River died. And he was also really young. And you're like, oh my God, it's so bad. But they talk about how, like, a lot of the kid actors get exposed to drugs very early on. And very usually, early. Like, on sets. And hate that. I also wondered for Corey Feldman if, like, because we talked about it in The Lost Boys, I think, where he, like, did do a lot of drugs when he was, like, a kid. And I'm like, was he on drugs in this movie? Because he was a little kooky dookie.
So some other fun facts is, I guess Pepsi was, like, a big sponsor for the movie and then, like, pulled out a couple days before. So Rob Reiner funded this with, like, his own money.
Damn.
Which was, like, $8 million or something.
Oh, my God.
And then, like, somehow got money back or something. But so he had a lot of, like, passion.
Yeah.
Due to these circumstances and was, like, obsessed with trying to get it made because I think there was other directors. And he said that most of the kids just embodied their own personalities. Like, Wil Wheaton, I think, came from, like, kind of a shitty family.
Oh.
And then, I don't know if you know anything about River Phoenix and, like, Joaquin Phoenix's family.
Weren't they, like, from a cult?
Yeah, they, like
some, like, weird religion.
Around and were in a cult.
Yeah.
And, like, definitely had the stink of, like, that family vibes. So, it's pretty interesting.
Interesting.
And then, as we know, Corey Feldman is Corey Feldman, so...
He's scoliosis, guys. I learned that on Dancing with the Stars, so give the guy a break, am I right?
Oh my God,
he does hunch in this movie, I'll just say that. Well, Bridge, you know, when we start our journey, and there is a little, like, tussle that the kids have with, like, the teenagers, and I was like, why are teenagers bullying 12-year-olds? Nobody has an answer.
And one of them, it's like, it's Vern's older brother.
Yeah.
And Chris's older brother,
yes.
aka River Phoenix. I'm like, you two should be sticking up for your younger brother. Instead, they were like both bullying them then letting their bully them. I'm like, whoa.
It was a bully train, if you will.
It really was.
I hated it. And you're like, Kiefer Sutherland's scary. And also, don't steal that kid's dead brother's hat. And then they do, and then we never see the hat again. And that made me sad, too.
Mm.
But, Bridge, on our journey, all they have to do is follow the train tracks, which gives me anxiety because very early on, they're like, look, far away, there's the train coming. And motherfucking Corey Feldman pulls a Craig from Degrassi season 2, episode 2, where he's like, I'm going to stand on the tracks and jump it. But I'm really sad and depressed, and maybe I'll die. And you're like, uh-oh.
Here's the thing.
All of it's bad.
We lived with train tracks in the back of our house.
We did.
This would happen.
People
would play chicken.
Who? You? Were you doing this?
But I feel like a lot of us were.
You did this?
I wasn't, you know me. I'm not going to, like, wait till the train's in front of me, but I think we would, like, play around with it. We'd also put pennies. And then the train would run over the pennies, and then you try to find your penny that was smushed.
Wait, how did you get back there? Was there a gate in the back? Because we had a fence.
There is a gate, and you would have to, like, go all the way down the woods, or you can go out to the main road and then go back in.
Oh, my God.
Or you could go through Horsey Park.
Yeah. Triangulate our location. Yeah.
But I remember, and I think I talked about this in other episodes, that, like, it started to get bad because at elementary school, they showed that video of like someone losing their head to the train.
Okay, wait, what was the episode we talked about this? Because I remember
like
we talked.
It was like the bus?
No, I remember
so
you had a story about a traumatic train video, and the story that I have about a traumatic train video was different than your story. Mine was a church one where it was like, do you save the train of people or you let the little boy die on the tracks?
No, this was like Stacy, like, don't play chicken on the tracks or else you'll get run over.
Mine was a Jesus metaphor and I hated it.
I know. It was
what
the
episode?
fried green tomatoes.
Oh my God, yes, because the train!
Because the train killed
God, you're
or
so
the
right.
arm. Whatever.
No,
anyway, let's go back to this.
There's a lot of train shit. Okay, yes, Corey Feldman's on the train.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't get hit by the train because River Phoenix is like, get the fuck off. Now I'm going to tackle you. And then they get in a fight. And River Phoenix right away is like, we don't get in fights when we're on a little journey. He's like, shake it out. Let's do it. Shake our hands. And Corey Feldman's a little bitch. And he's like, yeah. And Chris is like, you're going to shake my hand.
Him up.
Yeah. I think he would have died.
Skin it.
I mean, we're trying to go find a dead body. We're not trying to make a dead body.
Like, when we talk about cool, like, hand, you know, high five, what do we call those?
Slide.
Handshake.
A slide. Oh.
Theirs was a skin. You gotta skin it. And they would, like, slide. I was like, damn, that's...
Is that where show me some skin comes from? That phrase? Is it like...
Skin.
Is it
Give
that?
Me some skin.
Epiphany.
Wow, I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Bridge, we go to a junkyard, and this did remind me of
This is Stand By Me.
Or Sandlot. Yeah.
Sandlot.
This did remind me of Sandlot because there's
Sandlot come out.
Sandlot was 1993, the best year for movies.
Oh, so they took a lot.
They definitely fucking did.
Yeah.
This junkyard has a dog named Chopper, and the whole like urban legend is like Chopper like will go for your balls, and so they're like, let's not get eaten by Chopper. And then we just kind of have some like sad again flashbacks to the brother where he's like, I love you, Gordie, and the dad's like, shut the fuck up, we don't say the L word in this house. You're like, whoa.
The amount of emotions from, hey, this is like an empty junkyard where this dog might get your balls, to oof, we're hungry and have no money, to let's talk about boobs, to
They do talk about boobs, yeah.
I lose the bet, and I have to go get food for everybody, and then the store manager's like, I remember your brother.
Oh my God.
Sorry he died. Also, like, do you play football? And I can't imagine being young like that in a small town that, like, people are going to bring it up a lot, and
yeah.
And then when he comes back, being like, ugh, shit suck. His friends have all ran out, and now he's being chased by a dog and a man.
Chopper!
By Chopper, who I would argue was kind of tiny.
He was really cute.
And then the guy, like, just abuses all of them. And I was like, dude, they're little kids, and like, chill the that guy was nuts, right?
But to be fair, if any fucking person tried to say shit about what my dog looks like and shame their appearance, I will go back at them.
So we're talking 12-year-olds. You're a grown adult.
I will say,
they make fun of your
watch
dog.
your mouth.
Because
I might just pull a white woman and be like, get off my lawn right now with that shit, because I'm gonna lose it. Like,
because I thought he took it a little far. With
he did, because he was like, I know you. Your dad's in the loony bin, and you're crazy too. And then Corey Feldman's like, goes crazy, and he knew all the kids. He's like, I know you, I know you, I know you. I was like, damn, why do you guys know each other? I thought we were like far away from our town, but totally. I don't know the maps, and there is a little tone shift, because it's kind of like, I don't know, Gordie's a little like, all right, I'm like feeling my depression soaking in, and maybe we shouldn't be like super partying and silly because we're going to find a dead kid. You guys remember that? And they're like, we'll remember for a little bit, but then we're also going to sing songs as we skip around. And a lot of the movie is like Gordie and Chris. And he kind of says in the beginning, like, Chris was my best friend. Like, me and Chris, like, we're the actual, like, good friends. The other two guys, they're there too. But me and Chris are real good friends. And, like, they have so many really beautiful conversations. And all my cry emojis surround them.
Can you imagine having a River Phoenix that you're like, I'm this, and River Phoenix jumps on your shoulder and is like, no, you're not, you're beautiful. And then, like, you'd be like, but I don't do this. And then River jumps on your shoulder. He's like, no, you don't. You can do it. You can do anything. You can fly.
He literally was like,
he was like little angel
the confidence fairy Jack Black. He was Kathy to Jamie from Sister Act.
Oh my God.
He was the biggest cheerleader
right now.
I mean, he really was such a beautiful angel boy. He does also say a line where he's like, that's your dad talking. That's not you talking. That's your dad's bullshit. I was like, whoa, therapy's happening.
Makes me sad. As adults, we can't talk as raw as, like, you could talk when you're 12.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, if I'm out with a bunch of gals, even if they're my besties, and one of them is going off, I can't be like, that's your mom talking.
But Bridge, maybe we need to be like River. Maybe we need to be like him and just whip him out.
I'll stand up and I'll say, I'm sorry, I have to quote River Phoenix from the 1986 classic hit Stand By Me. That's your mother talking.
Episode 277 from Sisters Who's Seen It. Yes. Yeah, and this is where this is like kids lose everything unless they have someone there to look out for them. Because for Chris, he's like, yes, I'm supporting my BFF Gordie, but Chris is also like, I'm a loser and that's all I'm gonna be. And Gordie's like, no, Chris, you're actually smart and you should do smart classes and go to college. And Chris is like, no way, I'm going to be making birdhouses. And he's like, you can do it, Chris. And then Chris is like, well, nobody thinks I can. So, like, what's the point? And you're like, but Gordie thinks you can. Support your friends.
The only thing that doesn't hold up is they say the R word a lot as far as stupidness.
Hate it.
But I'm like, well, they're also 12, so we knew something would be there. It is true. He definitely, and he was mad at Gordie to be like, are you kidding me that you're going to hold yourself back?
Yeah.
When I'm forced to, and you have the choice not to? He was like, how rude.
Now,
sir."
see, Bridge,
I'm like,
that-
what a good motivation.
That specific example, perspective, whatever you want to call it, that is one I firmly believe we should not mute ourselves on. And I do think we should say that to our friends and our loved ones.
Amen.
Because I think that happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time with people. And it makes me really sad. And
like they
where people
don't-
put themselves in situations that keeps them held down.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Or I look at it too, like they're picking their friends, aka comfort, over like destiny.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting deep
yeah.
here, people.
Damn.
In the woods with the children. Okay, and then we do have the iconic, but it gives me heart palpitations scene where we're crossing the bridge. And this is a giant railroad train bridge. And it's a long stretch over a river. And they're like, it'd be too long to walk all the way around. We're not going to climb down and swim across. So we're just going to walk across. Vern doesn't walk.
Vern fucked this up.
Vern,
Okay.
I love you all the time, Vern, but I just feel like you could have walked like a human and
Vern
you would have
was a
saved
scaredy
me
cat.
some gray hairs. So,
Vern was a scaredy cat.
yeah.
And what's fun about this is it's like, yeah, we know the train's gonna come. But what made it fun is they had enough time to outrun the train.
Yeah.
It was like fucking Vern. being a
Vern,
ding-dong.
he fell. Yeah. He's like tripping and you're like, get the fuck
Well,
up, Vern!
Fallon wouldn't get up out of fear.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
Oh no.
So bad. So bad.
You know, like, what is it? Fight or flight.
Yeah.
And then he did freeze.
He froze. That is one of the responses, yeah.
Also, Wil Wheaton does the most incredible acting.
Oh my god, he's
because-
screaming for real. I was like,
It's
are they
worth-
really on the tracks? I'm
So
scared.
it's funny. I read about this that
Yeah.
I guess they didn't actually have like a train behind them, obviously.
Thank
so
God.
they weren't really doing it that well. And I think Rob Reiner like screamed at them. They were like he was like, we've been here all fucking day. You guys need to get your shit together.
Oh, God.
And I screamed at them. And so I think after that they both were like, Captain.
Rob Reiner's like, I'm
going
gonna be the train and chase
No, literally,
you
he was like,
guys."
I'm going to kill you
Oh,
if you guys
God.
don't get this shot. And then the kids were like, okay, sorry.
There's good effects though, because they do show like one like wide angle like scene where you
Yeah,
see all
so
four of
good.
them running and you do see the
So
train.
It's
And I guess it was a fake train. I don't know. But they make it and then we're all just like, anyway, moving on. We're not ever going to talk about that again. It's just part of our lives. It's fine. Let's make a campfire and tell fucking campfire stories in the woods. And
Wait.
Ugh.
Before we get to the campfire,
oh,
we get to the little lake. What do we call that? Little pond, right? Where we're walking in the water.
that's after. That's the
That's
next
after?
day.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
keep
yeah.
going. Okay.
The campfire is Gordie, and they're like, Gordie, you are so
Love
great
it.
at writing stories and coming up with stories. Tell us a story. And Gordie's fucking story is a revenge story for the ages. Wow.
I can't. If I'm in that audience and there's vomit at the pie contest, I'm vomiting.
I think, how could you
can't not
not?
vomit.
How could you not?
I can't actually even watch the scene because it makes me want to vomit watching the scene.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, honestly.
One of my greatest mom triumphs is when Kate vomited everywhere and would continue to vomit, that I didn't vomit with her vomiting.
Good job. That's awesome.
I was really proud of myself because I was like, oh, this is so hard.
Yeah.
Are you that way? Like, if you see vomiting, does that make you vomit?
I feel like it depends. It depends.
Every time.
It
Yep,
depends.
it's coming up.
Oof. I
Because
hate vomiting. It's like my number one thing I want to avoid at all times. So
because of
I don't know.
I vomited every day in her pregnancy for 9 fucking months.
Oh my God.
And it is like I just am like, oh, it's so quick. It comes up so quick now.
Bleh.
I know. It's gnarly.
Well,
it's a great story. It's a great revenge story.
Yeah, bigger kid eating pie and purposely puking to make everyone puke at each other because they're hysterical. All dickles to him. And I'm like, brilliant!
Why did they call him lard ass? Like, guys, everyone was so mean.
Grown adults.
So that is, people were like real mean in like the 50s.
Yeah.
They're real mean and real emotional. You're like, damn.
That's why I was like, this is a great story. I support the Barfo-rama that they
Me too, I loved it.
Refer to it as. And then I did think it was funny, and I'm curious if this was part of the Stephen King short story. This might have been a part they added to make the movie longer, or who knows. But Stephen King always gets criticized, we'll say, for his endings. And so when Gordie finishes telling the story, and it's just like, everyone was puking at each other. Lard ass was so proud of himself. And then fucking Corey Feldman's like, so then what happened? And he's like, that's the end. He's like, what do you mean that's the end? That can't be the end. What a bad ending. And then he's like, that's the ending. I don't know.
So you think that was a knock?
I do feel like that was like a Stephen King like reference. So
I love that.
Or it's just coincidental, but I don't know.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Also, there's a great fucking line where at the end of the story, Vern goes, there's one thing I don't understand, Gordie. He goes,
I know.
Did Lourdes have to pay money to get in the contest? And Gordie, the most serious face, he goes, no, Vern, they just let him in. And the Vern's like, oh. And I was like, okay, give him the Oscars.
I will say, that was the one thing about Wil Wheaton or Gordie, is whenever he spoke, it was as if the entire movie was on his line.
Yeah.
Like he never kind of was just like, yeah, dude, what's going on? And he was always like very serious.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shnikes, this guy.
That part always makes me fucking crack up. I'm like, what a great line delivery. No, Vern. I can't.
Also, when someone's named Vern, it's just
Vern.
They gotta be annoying.
We love them. So now it's nighttime and they're like, we gotta take shifts. Sleeping because we're children and we're scared, and we're gonna hold a gun because someone brought a gun because we're 12 and it's fine. And yes, we have another emotional scene where Chris does talk to he talks to Gordie and he's like, listen, I did steal the milk money. He's like, you know that. He goes, but what people don't know and that people don't give a shit about is I returned it. He goes, I went to the lunch lady and I returned it, but she didn't tell anybody that. She did it. And then she came in the next day and she had a brand new, like, I don't know what if it was a bag or like a skirt.
No,
yeah.
A brown polka dot skirt.
Yeah.
And Gordie goes, holy shit, I remember that.
Yeah.
He's like, that's my life, Gordie.
Yeah. And I hate all of that. And he cried and it was sad. And then I cried. And then we move on, because that's how the movie is. You giggle, you cry, we all move on.
The crying, though, was so, I don't know, it was so, like, deep and quick that it felt like they needed this trip to get out a lot of the things that they hadn't talked about.
Yeah.
And so it was, as they kept going, I was like, oh, they're all, like, releasing. They're like releasing.
It's very cathartic.
Yeah, the quiet stuff that hasn't been said, or they don't. When do you bring it up? When you're in a treehouse? No, you bring it up when you're on a quest to find a dead fucking body.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right? Or like a sister's trip to Portland.
Woo!
You know? Like,
can't fucking wait. We better not see any dead bodies there, because I'm scared. Bridget, did you read any fun facts about the scene where Gordie is alone and he sees the deer? Because I feel like this is like a very like up to interpretation scene that people talk about. You tell me
your interpretation and I'll Google what I find.
I think it's supposed to be, because like you said, we're kind of having this moment of like friendship and everything between them is being shared and we're like releasing things, and the world is so dark and sad for Wil that he has this moment where he sees something really beautiful and he keeps it to himself. Because he says, like, I didn't tell anybody about that. And he's like, this little piece of beauty is for me. And I need it for me and me alone.
I think you nailed it.
Okay.
What the internet says is just a moment of pure personal innocence and quiet beauty in the world that is otherwise harsh and chaotic.
Yeah.
And some people also say that it's kind of this sacred memory because youth and childhood is fleeting and fragile, and it's similar to like these little nature moments. You know, when are you don't like roll up and see a deer for the rest of your life, you know?
It's like that quote where it's like, at some point you and your friends like played outside for the very last time of your life. You didn't know it. I know, it's so sad, but it's relevant. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, that's so deep.
You never heard that before? Yeah.
No.
Oh, sorry. Add your cry emoji to your notes.
Wow.
Okay, Bridge, now we get to the swamp. What happens in the swamp? Or I said swamp, but maybe it was a pond.
I don't know what the hell we call that. This is burned in my brain of leeches.
It's fucked up.
We lived near like a local park growing up where there was lots of ponds and lots of little rivers and creeks, and I just always was like, guys, the leeches.
I don't think there's leeches in New Jersey.
We're going to Google that.
Can you Google that? Because I don't.
Are there
That's a creature. I go to that park often with my dog.
Yes, there are.
No.
Yes, there are. There are leeches in New Jersey.
Can you Google, are they at Porcy Park? Damn. Wait, I've like gone in creeks. How did I not get leeches? Where are they?
I'm looking.
Okay. What the fuck?
They most commonly found protected shallow areas of ponds, lakes, marshes, and streams.
Oh my God.
Where in New Jersey are there leeches?
Google's gonna be like, why the fuck do you want to know?
They're like, this girl is weird. She's in Chicago. Salem, Rahway.
Oh.
Southern New Jersey.
It's random.
North Central.
Uh-oh.
Rahway River.
Ooh.
So I think if there's a lot of mud, when there's soft, muddy bottoms.
They're in the mud?
Sand,
okay. Damn.
Cutie,
I did not know that.
So anywho, I remember being scarred as
leeches,
a child.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm not going in anywhere because of leeches. I will go in an ocean.
Yeah, no leeches in the ocean.
That's about it.
Right.
You know?
That was a lot of fucking leeches. I'm like, you guys were in there for like 2 minutes. Those leeches were busy.
They were busy, and they were like goofing around and playing, and then the scene when he gets the leech from his penis.
Pretty upsetting.
And it's bloody.
And he faints.
Passes out. And they all
so bad.
This is why this movie's brilliant. Is like nobody needed to say anything. That he just took out the leech in the bloody hand and he passed out, and everybody was like, correct. And
yeah.
Now let's go get your booty up. We got a dead body.
They're like, the dead kid's around here somewhere, so get your balls together.
We gotta get going, Gordie.
They do find the dead kid pretty quickly from there, and it's Vern who sees him. He's like, I see him. And they're like, there he is.
So another fun fact is they hid the dead body from all the kids until like the actual filming.
Okay.
I wasn't that scared by it.
Is it because the kid had cross eyes? And I was like, why didn't we just have our eyes closed?
I thought it was kind of weird.
And they did do a lot of like close-ups on the kid's face, but I was like, but you gave him cross eyes, like someone pretending to be dead. He Google dead kid from Stand By Me. All right, I'm sorry. We're fucking up your Google right now with all these questions.
Is like, do you want to turn off safe search?
Do you need a therapist? He had like cross eyes. Like it was just like it was just a weird like expression that they gave the kid to do.
He did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I feel like that took me out of it a little, I'm not gonna lie. But then I got right back in there because Gordie immediately has his emotional grief monologue where he's like, why'd you have to die, brother? Because he had said to Chris, he goes, I didn't even cry at his funeral. And Chris is like, I don't care. And I love you. And we can grieve how we want. And then Gordie's like, no, I'm going to cry. Which is very similar to Degrassi. Okay, this happened with Liberty. She didn't cry right away, but then she cried later. And sometimes it just be like that, you know?
I also think like shock, right? Isn't shock a thing that it's like,
yeah,
this person's dead? What?
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say to myself, I don't think I've ever seen a dead body, but with open casket funerals, I absolutely have.
Yeah.
And that's weird to think about now.
I feel like
I could say, yes, I've seen a dead body.
I do think it's
a lot of other people did.
But when you go to a funeral, you know the person's dead. Like, and in this case, they knew the kid was dead, but I still feel like it would be jarring to like appear upon it because you're like, ooh.
I don't know if this would ever be the chance to ask you. Have you ever seen
a dead body?
No. That wasn't part of like a funeral?
No, I hope I never do because I think I'd be fucking traumatized. Didn't you see one though? Didn't you have a homeless person that lived near you in Philly and you were like, they died?
They died. Yeah, I'm having a memory of a homeless person.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Is it so?
That's wild.
Did it traumatize you so deep? It's like.
Oh, well, I clearly don't remember.
In there with the leeches? Okay.
It's definitely in there with the leeches. But we needed some sort of villain, and and this is what makes the movie fucking top tier.
Oh boy.
Kiefer Sutherland comes back as Ace, and he was like, this is my body. And they're like, really? 4v1? And then all like 8 of his gang members.
Yeah.
And they're like, shit.
Because all these teenagers don't have anything better to do.
Vern immediately pieces.
Vern.
I'm sorry, it might be Vern.
Vern.
Running for the hills.
He ran.
Corey Feldman follows, and once he whips out a knife.
Yes.
And Gordie is like hiding in the back, and we don't really see him in camera. And Chris is trying to be like tough, and then Gordie busts out the gun.
Hell yeah. I don't normally support guns in general, but I do support them if you're being an upstander to someone else who's gonna kill you maliciously. You know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, those knives, I don't know. I'm not trying to fight someone with a knife.
And I truly believed that Kiefer Sutherland was gonna kill him. Like, yeah, and not like a scary stab. Like, yeah, like he was gonna kill him. And then we'd be like, now there's 2 dead bodies. So no.
When Gordie shoots the gun.
Oh my God.
Like, first of all, they all know he just lost his brother.
Yeah.
So everybody immediately is like, God damn.
Like,
you know,
this
like, we
fucking
have a heart.
kid.
Well, and they're like, you can't, I don't know, when someone's like been through all that intensity, you can't like triple down. So everyone always kind of gives him like, oh, your brother was so great, I thought you'd have some sense in you. Oh, you know, and he, it's just like, no.
He's like, no, I'm crazy. I was like, yeah.
Literally though, he was like, he's like, you're not gonna do it. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, I think he's gonna kill you.
He's gonna kill you. This is like Rooster from Annie. It's like, he's gonna kill her.
Rooster was absolutely gonna kill her.
Yeah.
I always say this, Katie, that your best bet in any fight is you gotta out crazy.
Absolutely.
You have to 100%.
That's the way to go. Yeah.
Don't worry about your abs or your muscles or your skills.
Oh.
You gotta out.
I was gonna say, I don't have any abs or muscles, so I can't worry about those. So
no, that's all you got. That's all we got. We learned it on getting space in a bar. You gotta dance crazy.
You do. Yeah. If you want a guy hitting on you to leave you alone, act fucking crazy. And they'll go running. It's great.
You act nuts.
Yep.
And that's what he did. And it made everything so much better because then they went away and it was like, yeah, the little guys win. Like, not today. He's not. Right. He took my brother's hat.
The hat's gone.
Not today.
Yeah. And then Chris is like, wow, thanks, man. He's like, no fucking problem. I'd kill people for you. And you're like, that's friendship.
Damn.
And then they do a little kind of like button it up where they're like, you know, we didn't like carry the kid back, obviously, because that's like crazy. And like, we didn't really have a plan for that. So instead we just did an anonymous tip and then they found him. And we felt like good about that. And they talk about
that was sweet.
It was sweet. Yeah. And then they talk about how it's like the end of summer and they're all about to enter junior high. And then it kind of turns into the where are they now segment where our narrator is like, yeah, so Vern and Teddy, we didn't really stay friends with. They were just kind of like around, but we weren't really friends and they grew up. Vern got married, had billions of children. Teddy tried to get in the army and he kept getting denied because of his glasses, something. And then last I heard, he spent time in jail. And then he's like, but don't worry, guys. Chris did great. He got out of the town. He went to college. became a lawyer. Everything's wonderful. Life is so good. And you're like, yeah! And then he goes, but last week he went to a fast food place. Some guys were in a fight. He tried to break it up and he got shanked. He died.
Okay, did you notice that in the first scene?
He does say, like it's like the headline, right? Where it's like...
The headline is reading
this person died.
Chris Chambers dies.
Oh, my God. I'm so sad. What the F?
And I don't know what, his whole, the one line he says to Gordie of like, yeah, maybe one day you'll write about us if we're worthy enough. And then he's like, oh, yeah, maybe.
And he does.
And so I'm like, I guess that's the good out of it, because why else would he write about them,
Was he inspired to write about them because of Chris dying? Because I hate that. Okay, everything's fine.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, then there's some meaning out of it versus, like,
I
don't know.
And just kind of memorializing, maybe in a way.
Yeah.
Like the memories. And then he does write another iconic lines, the last line that's like typed. He goes, I never had any friends later on like the ones I had when I was 12. Jesus, does anyone?
No.
I'm still good friends with my 12-year-old friends personally.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I think I am, I was wondering when I met them all. I am, but it's hard. I think the older you get, it gets harder and harder, especially if you don't like live nearby.
Yeah.
To where you grew up.
Yeah. It's just that age. And he's like, it's like before, like we're into girls and we're just kind of like kids, but we're like dealing with adult shit because that's life. And like we're in the woods. And I'm like, watch out for leeches. Oh my God.
Best. So would you watch it or don't watch it?
I'm fucking watching it.
We just raved about this for like an hour.
Fucking watching it. If I need to get the tears out, I will flip it on. See, this movie doesn't make me hysterically cry the whole time like fucking Free Willy or some of these other ones. But it gets me going a little bit. Get some tears flowing. So, yeah. What about you?
Absolutely watch it.
Okay, good. Thank God.
How are people not watching it?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Watch it better, guys. This movie does pop up. If you try to Google what's a like nostalgic movie, I feel like this is always the first one that pops up.
This is the pop-up.
Yeah, it's like what's most well known for it. All right. Well, we are, where are we? We're approaching our end.
Speaking of tears.
As you all know, speaking of tears, no tears. So after this episode, there will still be 2 more episodes that come out. So our next one, we're going to have a guest star on our next one.
Who wrote the movie?
Who wrote the movie. It is a guest star that I know. It is a guest star that Bridget paid money towards for me to get to know.
Woo!
And it is a movie written by my screenwriting teacher. And I want to say your last name right. Chris Messineo. If I'm saying that wrong, we'll learn next time.
We'll learn it.
He wrote and directed a motherfucking movie.
Damn.
And I did see the movie when it, I don't know if we call it I think it was a premiere. I bought a ticket. And oh my God, it feels so long ago. So like, I'm so excited to talk about the entire like process of like start to finish movie making. Because
I love that.
It was over 2024 was technically the release date. And I think that's when I saw it. And now it's 2026. And like, that's crazy. The movie that we'll be watching is called The Strange Dark. It is now streaming on Apple and Amazon Prime. You can check it out. So we will be chatting about that. We're going to be talking with Chris and going through all the stuff and asking questions. And yeah, I'm excited to revisit it. It's been a bit. And I believe there was like film festivals that he entered it in. Like I think like I want to hear about that too. I want to hear about all that. I'm so excited.
I'm like, we have to figure out how to like talk to that kind of guest versus usually our friends who we giggle about movies 20 years ago.
Right.
And I don't know, like maybe we should wear a beret and like a black turtleneck. Like,
whoa.
What do you think?
I don't know if I have that
should
in
I
me.
Should I put on a tiny mustache? Like, how serious should I look?
Well, maybe don't wear a robe. And that's it.
Listeners, I'm wearing my bathrobe right now.
Maybe just have a shirt on.
I will wear
we'll start there.
clothes
Okay.
for your friend.
Okay, we'll
fine.
start there. We'll start there. So come on back for that. Okay.
Okay.
That's it then.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, great.
That's it.
Bridge.
Okay.
I just want to say.
Leeches are in New
Okay,
Jersey.
we're not gonna go to the leeches, Bridge.
Okay.
If you wanted to go, I don't want to go find a dead body. What if we wanted to go find some treasure? Maybe like the Goonies. I would be like, fuck yeah, let's go. I would want to bring a tent. I would want to bring snacks. I would not want to walk on the train tracks. I will not be swimming.
Okay.
And I'm okay with a gun, maybe, if Kiefer Sutherland's around. And I do that for you, because I love you.
Oh my god, incredible.
Okay.
Katie, I would take you to the leech exhibit
Wow.
in New Jersey, where you can find out all the
it.
places
So
to
scary.
not get leeches or your dog get
Oh,
leeches,
no.
as well as the pedestrian train safety patrol that shows the train video that
It's so bad.
is so bad, and you'll never go near a train again, and everybody will always be safe. And I would do that for you.
Did have a kid in my high school pass away from getting hit by a train.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's real.
It is real. It's real. Be careful, guys. Yeah, and listeners, if you also have a fear of leeches, like we do, as well as a fear of trains, as well as a fear of Kiefer Sutherland with a knife.
Okay.
I feel like there could be more as well as I can think of, but let's leave it at that, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
And if you think kids need to be supported by friends, by adults, teachers,
totally,
coaches, anybody
Absolutely.
around, support the children.
Totally.
Like, life is hard. They don't know
Love
what's
it.
happening. Be nice to them. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And if anybody ever tries to make fun of my fucking dog or Bridget's dog, I will heckle you back. Pingles! Thank God you're here. Comfy cinnamon bun girl.
Falling asleep to the sweet sound of our
I'm so tired.
goddamn podcast.
If you think all that, you should write us a review.
Woo!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. And listeners, I'm not going to say what I normally say, which is you can request a movie, because we're done with that. So sorry. If you want to do it just for shits and giggles, that's cool, but we definitely won't look at it. I know we joke that sometimes we will and sometimes we won't. It's a definite we won't this time.
It's a no, but you could email us and we'll just talk.
You could email us, or
Give
if
us
you,
a call.
in a review, you write for us, reference and say, I wish you guys could have done this movie, but it's in a review that has 5 stars. That's cool too. And that is good enough.
Totally.
What did we talk about with are we going to leave our merchandise up? Did we talk about that?
I think we're going to get rid of the merchandise.
Okay.
Or you can find it, but you can't find it on the website. So good luck. Right?
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's where we're ending that. So, yes, you guys can email us. We're going to be keeping the email. So, if you want to shoot an email.
I would love that. The email's there.
I'd love
we're
that.
Here.
Yes. Yep.
Via email.
And check all that out. And we hope to hear from you guys. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week for The Strange Dark. All right. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you like my 12-year-old friends.
Oh, last time you played in the woods. Goodbye. Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswho'veseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.